Linda is 32 years old. She has been saving for a down payment for 3 years. She has $22,000 set aside. She needs $79,000. Last year, the median home price in her city went up $31,000. Last year, Linda saved $7,000. The house is moving away faster than she can run toward it. Linda is not careless with money. She is not buying lattes instead of saving. She is a teacher. She earns $58,000 a year. She budgets carefully. She does everything the financial advice industry tells her to do. And she is falling further behind every single month. Here is the number that should stop you. In 1970, the median American home cost about 2.5 times the median annual household income. Today it costs 5.4 times. The home did not get twice as valuable. The system got twice as extractive. This is the rent trap. And it was not an act. For most of the 20th century, housing tracked wages. Prices rose, but so did incomes, roughly in proportion. A factory worker in 1965 could save a down payment in 2 to 3 years. A nurse in 1978 could buy a starter home on a single income. Something broke around 2008, and it was not the housing market. After the financial crisis, while millions of Americans lost their homes to foreclosure, institutional investors entered the single-family housing market at scale for the first time in history. Private equity firms, hedge funds, and real estate investment trusts purchased over 450,000 single-family homes across the United States in the years following the crash. They did not buy them to live in. They bought them to rent back to the people who had just lost them. Invitation Homes, Blackstone, American Homes for Rent. Companies that did not exist before 2010 now own hundreds of thousands of the homes that families like Linda's used to buy. The result is a market where the buyers with the most capital and no urgency to sell set the floor price, and the floor keeps. Let me make this concrete. Meet Linda. She is 32. She teaches 5th grade in a mid-size American city. Her salary is $58,000. Her rent is $1,650 a month, 34% of her gross income, above the 30% threshold financial advisors call the danger zone. After rent, utilities, student loans, food, and transportation, she saves approximately $580 a month. At that rate, she needs 11 more years to reach her down payment. She will be 43 before she can make an offer. In those 11 years, if home prices rise at the same average rate, they have risen since 2012, 8% annually. The median home in her city will cost not $395,000, but $920,000. Her target is not standing still, it is running. Now meet Linda's parents. Bob and Carol bought their home in 1987 for $95,000. Their mortgage payment was $640 a month. Bob was a postal worker. Carol worked part-time at a school library. Combined income, roughly $42,000. That mortgage was 18% of their gross income. Their home is worth $480,000 today. They paid it off in 2009. Every month since, they have been building equity while paying nothing. They do not understand why Linda cannot just save up. They are not wrong to be confused. The math worked for them. The math has been rewritten. Here's why the rent trap is so hard to see. Renting is framed as a choice, a phase, something you do until you are responsible enough, disciplined enough, ready enough to buy. The cultural story is that homeownership is a reward for patience. What the story does not tell you is that rent payments build zero equity. Every dollar Linda pays her landlord is a dollar that builds her landlord's net worth, not hers. Her landlord is using Linda's rent to pay a mortgage that Linda is not allowed to benefit from. In 2023, American landlords collected an estimated $560 billion in rent. That money did not disappear. It transferred from renters who spend it to property owners who compound it. Meanwhile, the 30% rule, the idea that you should spend no more than 30% of your income on housing, was written into federal policy in 1969, when housing cost 2.5 times annual income. At 5.4 times income, the 30% rule is not a guideline, it is a mathematical impossibility for anyone in a high-cost market on a median income. The rule did not update. The price If this is the first time anyone has explained the housing market this clearly to you, subscribe because this channel exists to show you exactly how these systems work and what that means for your financial life. 3 things you can do this week. First, calculate your real rent-to-income ratio. Take your total monthly housing cost, rent plus utilities plus renter's insurance, divide by your gross monthly income. If you are above 30%, you are subsidizing your landlord's wealth accumulation at the cost of your own. Knowing the number does not fix it, but it changes what you're choosing. Second, look at house hacking. A duplex or triplex, where you live in one unit and rent the others, is the closest legal equivalent to the deal Bob and Carol got in 1987. Your tenant covers part of your mortgage. You build equity. You stop transferring wealth upward. Credit unions and FHA loans offer down payments as low as 3.5%, not $79,000, $14,000. The 20% rule is a convention, not a law. Third, take geography seriously. Linda's city has a median home price of $395,000. 2 hours away, the median is $187,000. The trap is not universal. It is concentrated in places where institutional capital has outbid individual buyers. Some exits still exist. They require moving toward them. Linda is not losing because she is doing something wrong. She is losing because the game changed between her parents' generation and hers, and nobody told her the new rules. The house is still out there. The path is longer, and the exits are fewer, but they are real if you know where to look.